Hello my beauties and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a almost full face of Essence. I could not find an Essence foundation, nor could I find an Essence concealer that would work for my skin. So those two things are going to be non-Essence, but everything else from primer to setting spray is. And I'm really excited to play with this stuff, so let's jump into it. So I'm going to start with the Essence My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer. And I'm going to put that all over my face to give myself a nice base. Ooh, it's very thick. Well, it feels thick when it comes out, but it actually feels a bit almost smoothing. But not oily. Oh no, it just works. Next up, the foundation I'm going to be using is actually the Ordinary's new Serum foundation. I am in the shade, or let's put it this way, I think I'm in the shade 1.1N Fair Neutral. There, you can't get it in the store, you can only get it online, so it's kind of a hit-miss sort of thing as to if you're going to get the right color. I think though that this looks like it should be okay, but you never know. So I've never used a serum foundation before, so this will be interesting. It's very liquidy. So I'm going to take my sponge, get some off of the back of my hand, and then start dabbing that into place. But so far, I'm liking the looks of it. It's very lightweight. Feels really nice on the skin actually. Doesn't look too oily. It doesn't give a lot of coverage, but it's a serum foundation. I don't think those usually do give a lot of coverage. So I wasn't expecting that from this foundation. And the color match actually looks good. So foundation is done. And then the last thing that I have to use that's not an Essence product is my concealer. And I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me concealers in 5 Ivory and 10... Is it on the bottom? Yes, it is. 10 Fair. So I'm going to start off with the 10 Fair. I'm going to put that where I have some problem spots, which right now is quite a few. Put that around the edges of my nose to cancel out any redness, and just start blending that out. Doesn't make things perfect by any means, but it makes it a little better. And then I'm going to take 5 Ivory and put that under my eyes. The sponge that I'm using is from ColourPop. It's one of the sponges in that like 5 sponge bundle you can get, that I got the silicone sponge in, and I really like this sponge. I like the large flat side, and I like the precision tip. That's always nice to have. Alright, so next I'm going to set my entire face, because I'm not going to be using really any more cream products on the rest of my face. So I'm going to use the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I've heard great things about this, so I'm really excited to try it. I'm going to take it on my flat top brush, just swirl that around in there, tap off any excess, and then I find that kind of dabbing it works better than sweeping it, because I find that sweeping it can actually take up any product that you've put down. And I find that with any powder, not just this one. So that's why I'm applying the powder in the way I am. And then I decided to try their Brighten Up banana powder, which I've never tried a banana powder before, but everybody raves about them, so why not? So I'm going to take this Real Techniques kind of light powder brush. I'm going to put some of that powder onto the brush, tap off the excess, and just put it lightly under the eyes to brighten. And there you go. I don't know if I see much of a brightening effect, but still looks nice, so I'm not going to complain. Up next, I'm going to do blush. Now the blush I am really disappointed in. I got the Essence The Blush, and I got it in the shade 50 Blooming, which on the Ulta website looked like a really nice pink. This is paler than Pepto-Bismol pink. I do not like the color at all. I'm really disappointed in that. I was so excited. But we got it. We're going to use it. So I'm going to take my blush brush by NYX. I don't know if it's actually a blush brush. It's just what I use. So I'm going to take this, put it into the product, tap the excess off, and apply it to the apples of my cheeks. And then blend it up towards the hairline. Not really doing anything for the blush, but we've tried it. We have discovered that the color range is terrible, and we're going to go with that. Next, I'm going to apply my highlighter, which I had this highlighter before I bought all of this. Most of this I bought at the same time, but this highlighter I've had, and it is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in 10 Be My Highlight. It's a gorgeous kind of everyday highlighter. It works with an everyday kind of look. It's just very soft and very not like in your face blinding. So that's nice, especially like when somebody's working, say in an office, and you can't be like bam out there with your makeup. This is a good highlighter to use. I'm just going to put that onto the high points of my face. I'm going for a softer look today than what I normally do, because I feel that's just where the makeup's taking me today, is more of a soft, natural look. I'm going to take it down the bridge of my nose and the Cupid's bow. And next I'm going to do some bronzer, and I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics bronzer brush with the Essence Sun Club Luminous Bronzing Powder in 20 Sunkissed in California. This is a massive bronzer, and it looks really nice. So, fingers crossed that it actually turns out to be just as good as it looks. So take some on the brush. Then I'm going to start very lightly up at my forehead. Just kind of giving things a sun-kissed glow. So then I'm going to take some and put it along my cheekbones, and take the rest and take it down my neck. And then take what's ever left and brush it onto the top. Now we are going to move on to eyes, and that is one other thing that I do have to use that isn't Essence, is the eye primer. I'm going to be using the NYX Proof It eye primer. I'm just going to swipe that across the lids. Blend it out. And And then I'm going to set the eye primer with that All About Matte powder that we used on our face a few minutes ago. Next, I'm going to do my brows, and I'm going to be using the, what is it called? The Essence Micro Precise 1.5 millimeter Slim Tip Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Blonde, and it claims to be waterproof. So, if it actually holds up, that's true. Oh wow, this really is a very fine tip. So we're going to start at the center and just fill them in so that they look nice. It does wear down really quickly, apparently. I'm not really pressing too hard. I'm not really pressing at all. And there we go. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to set it with the Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara, which I will not use on my lashes, I just use on my brows. It's got a nice, good size spoolie, and you can just comb that through your brows to kind of hold them in place so that there's no flyaways or problem hairs. Alright, now we are going to move on to the eyes. And I've got two eyeshadow palettes I can pick from. I picked up the Hola Rio palette, which looks like this. Whoops. There we go. Which looks like this. Really, really pretty. I love this palette. And then there's also the Salut Paris palette, which is more like pinky, mauvey green shadows. So for today's look, we are going to go with, you know, I want to play with the greens and the pinks. We're going to go with the Paris palette. So for this, I think I'm going to kind of start with the brands because I'm afraid like the little light, what look like light greens aren't really going to work as a light green. So I'm going to start with this shade right here. And I'm going to put that on my 231 Luxie small tapered brush. And I'm going to brush that into the crease as kind of my transition. That's showing up nicely. That's good. I mean, it's only it's an under $10 palette, so can't expect fantastic things, but so far it's not too bad. It's blending nicely. It's not really patchy. It's just a really nice shade. I think this is a great transition shade. I'm going to just put a little bit more in each of them to kind of even them out. Okay, and we're good. Next, I'm going to take this shade here, and I'm going to put that into my outer V and to help deepen the crease as well. And for that, I'm going to use my Delium Tools 783 brush. So I'm going to take that kind of cranberry mauve color and just work on deepening that area, giving a bit of definition to the eye now. So what have you guys been up to? Are you guys getting your Christmas shopping done or your holiday shopping done? I know I have. The VIB seal got me the last few things I needed for Christmas presents. So I'm excited about that. Would you guys like to see a VIB sale haul to see what I got? Let me know. I'm always game for that. I love enabling you. And so that looks good. What do you guys think? Good? Okay. Now I'm going to take the deepest shimmer shade, which is this one, and I'm going to take it on a flat shader brush. Actually, I think it's for concealer, but I use it for shadows. And it's by Royal Nickel, and I'm going to put that darker color on the very outer portion of the eye, like the outer half. Oh, and that applies nicely with a brush. That's good. Love it when that happens. Because you know, sometimes shimmers aren't the best to apply with brushes. But these seem like they are. And now I'm going to take the second lightest shade, and I'm going to put that on the inner portion of my eye, but I'm actually going to use my finger just because that's how I like to do it. I just think that works so nice. It's a really nice kind of like lavendery pink, gorgeous shade. And I'm going to put that into the inner portion of the eye and kind of blend it towards the darker shade. I may go actually back with the darker shade in just a second. And then we're going to take the same brush that we just used on the outer portion. We're just going to kind of blend the two together. And then I'm going to take this little teeny tiny shader brush, and I'm going to take that light pink, and I'm going to put it into my inner corner for a bit of sparkle and bright. So we've got that eye. And now I'm going to put some on the brow bone. Alright, and the eyes are done. Well, the eyeshadow is done anyway. Now we're going to do eyeliner, for which I'm going to use, well, I had actually also bought the Melted Chrome eyeshadow, but I'm not going to use it with this look. It doesn't really go with it, but I did swatch it. It is stunning. So pretty. But now I'm going to do my eyeliner, and for my top lash line, I'm going to use the eyeliner pen, waterproof, in black. Yeah. And then I'm also going to use the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever for my waterline. So I'm going to start with my waterline first, and I'm just going to run that pencil along it. There we go. Well, that glides on quite nicely. No real tugging needed. So next I'm going to use the Essence Eyeliner Pen Waterproof, and it's in black, and it's like a brush nib, and I'm going to just go in and do my top liner the best I can. Eyeliner just takes so much concentration, doesn't it? I'm I've never been good with top liner. What about you? What do you guys like to use on your top lash line? Do you use liquid, brush liquid, or nib liquid, or pencil, or gel, or powder? I would love to know what your guys' favorites are, because I'm always looking to try new things. And actually, because I can, I'm going to take the pencil, I'm going to run this along my top waterline, just to darken everything and make it so there aren't as many gaps. There we go. I think that looks 10 times better. Now, before we do lashes and lips, I like that, lashes and lips, I'm going to set my face with the You Better Work Gym Proof Fixing Spray. It claims to be sweat resistant and anti-shine. Those are some high claims. So I'm just going to see how the spritz works. Oh, there we go. First it was spitting, I got a bit worried. So I'm just going to spray my face. It's not a super fine mist, but it's not the worst mist I've ever, experienced. So that's a good thing. I'm just gonna pat everything down, make sure everything's blended nicely. Alright, for mascara, I'm going to use the very famous Lash Princess, and I'm going to be using the False Lash Effect Mascara. I'm going to take my eyelash curlers and curl my lashes, because I cannot do mascara without that. It's just something I've been doing ever since I started doing makeup, and it's one of those things, like, once you do it, I can't stop. And then I'm going to go in with mascara. I've used one of the other ones, I can't remember which one, but it wasn't the False Lash Effect, so I'm excited to give this one a try. What do you guys think? It's definitely not as bold as I thought it was going to be. And I just got mascara on my upper lid. Yay! I'm going to go back for a second coat. And I'm getting mascara all over my eyes. Brilliant! Good thing we set our face before. And just going back again. I think we're going to give 3 coats a try. So one more coat on each eye, and then I'll do my bottom lashes. Definitely makes them really nice and dark. And they do look a lot fuller. So now that I'm done mascara, I am going to take my lip gloss and I'm going to apply that. Now I'm torn between two. I've got the Shine 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 lip gloss in Think Pink and the Shine 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 lip gloss in Strawberry Red. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the darker of the two, with the Strawberry Red. I love this lip gloss. I have the clear one, and I think it's called Behind the Scenes. Such a good lip gloss. Such the best clear lip gloss I've ever used. It's not goopy, it's not sticky, it's just perfect. I'm hoping that these won't disappoint. So far, so good. And there we go. I'm going to do it anyway, although I don't get the stringies that I usually get. I find that by doing that, it keeps the product from getting onto my teeth, which is a big deal. So now we're just going to buff off those little mascara marks with a brush. Okay, that didn't work so well. So that's all buffed off. Setting spray is done, lips are done, and that is it. This is the final look. What do you guys think? I hope you liked today's video. If there's anything that I used today that you want to see a review on my blog, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below to hear how you're getting ready for the holiday season, or how you're doing in general, how you're handling everything that's going on. I love you guys. Be sure to subscribe before you leave. It would mean the world to me. And click that bell so you'll be notified every time I post. I will also link my blog and my Instagram down below in the description box if you want to check those out as well and follow there too. I look forward to talking to you again. Bye!